Well, the wife and I are getting ready to finish up our final pour for this sidewalk project. I'm having some problems with the Mudmixer, and I don't know what the issue is. I don't want to disparage on the equipment or the company. That's not the purpose of this video. I'm having a problem, and it might have something to do with my setup or just me learning how to use the unit. So with all that being said, let's figure this out. The problem we're having is with consistency. There's a dial on it that allows you to adjust the water flow. Even with tiny little incremental turns, it'll be soupy or it'll be almost dry. And trying to find that happy medium is proving to be more of a challenge than I had anticipated. Is that the learning curve part? Maybe. The next part of it is it my setup? We're in the country. In the country, you're on a well. Wells have surge tanks. The surge tanks in the house, the well's over there, and where I'm getting water from is in the middle. So the surge tank, what it does, and the pressure regulator inside the house keeps the water pressure consistent. Okay, we'll just call it that. Out here, it's different, and I've got a couple issues I'm fighting with. Let me show you what I've got. This here's the hydrant where I'm getting the water from. Now, if you're used to using hydrants, you know that once you shut this handle off, there's a little valve down in the ground that opens up, and the water flows back. So the first thing I did this time is I've lifted the handle and I've drained all the air out of the hose, so there's no air in the hose. So that's one variable I think I've eliminated. The next thing I did is right here, I've added a pressure regulator. Now, will this take care of the dropouts? No, I don't think so, but what it will do is it'll cap the peaks. So the high pressure, when the pump comes right back on, it'll flatten those out. So hopefully it'll reduce the peak, and I don't know about the dropouts, but hopefully those two things will help. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the camera. This is where we're working over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up so that you can see the mix when it comes out. And I can't set it up so you can see the dial here as it's in shadow. So there's the water flow control. So what I'll be doing is every time I change this, I'll be calling out the number. And then you can see the consistency and how long it takes for the adjustment up here to have an effect down here. I know that's kind of convoluted, but if you've ever worked with one of these, you'll understand what I'm saying. So we're getting ready to start the pour. Let me get the camera set up, and we're going to get to work. Now, we've got quite a few bags. The math tells me, because this has a big dip in it, it's going to take about 34 bags. I didn't want to put fill in, dirt fill, because then you have to go through a whole compaction process, and I don't have a plate compactor. So I'm just putting concrete in. Anyway, let's get to work.
It's gonna be really loud.
Okay, we're getting ready to start, and the little voice you hear in the background is my granddaughter from daughter number 4. So she'll be helping us today. The initial setting is 25. I just pumped it up to 35. Because it's super dry. Now it's up to 37.
easily. These down right here.
That's consistent.
Bigger. Okay, you stay right there.
I think that's almost perfect. You think it should be a little wetter? Okay. No. Okay, so we didn't change anything, and now it's starting to get soupy. So I'm going to back it down to about a 52 from a 57. Sun's a little bright. But we got it knocked out. The pressure regulator helped. And I turned the camera off because it was really consistent. It was consistent enough, I should say. We found a nice sweet spot that there were still wet and then go dry and then wet and then go dry. But we found a spot kind of right there in the middle where if we just left it there, that was good enough. Then I moved the machine. So there's something about, I'm guessing, the angle of the machine completely changed everything. And it got like super wet. So, and the thing is, they sent me, it's in the kit, they sent me a really nice level. And the only reason they did that is because it means something. Now, I haven't been able to find what the optimum machine angle is supposed to be. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on that and figure that out. But again, not disparaging on the Mudmixer or their customer service or the company or anything. This is just my learning process, the let's figure this out process to learn how to do this machine. Overall, I'm very satisfied. I could not do this with my standard mixer. I'm to the point now where in my life where I can't pick those bags up high enough. Like this one, I think this turned out to be about 26 bags. I don't think I could do it 26 times fast enough so I wasn't doing batches, and then I don't think I could do it fast enough. With this machine, I can do that. Now, I bought a hopper extension. I don't need it. Because it's too tall. The hopper extension's too tall for me, because then I'd have to lift it up even higher. And the only thing worse than trying to lift stuff up high is, okay, now let's put some blocks down, stand on blocks, and lift stuff up higher. Yeah, at my age, falling could be bad. So I want to keep my falls as short as possible. Anyway, is the job perfect? Let me show you what we've got. And now, we've poured it, we've screeded it, just the initial screed, and we're waiting for the bleed water to come up. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like now. So there it is. I think it looks okay. I mean, the mix is a little wet, but our soil here is so dry, and yes, I do pre-wet the boards and I pre-wet the soil and everything. That doesn't bother me. I will literally sit here in my chair and listen to my audiobook and wait for the bleed water to come up, and then I'll finish it. But overall, I think the project's coming out quite nice. I think if I had to do it all over again, I'd do this corner different. But hey, it's concrete, so that's not likely to happen. Anyway, it's not perfect, but we sure made progress. Thanks for watching.